What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back. Here we are, game number 2 between Roof and DieStar. This time we're on Metalopolis. DieStar, our purple Terran player, spawning in the 3 o'clock spawn location, and Roof in the 9 o'clock spawn location as our green Zerg player. So Roof ended up winning a last game. It was a fairly macro-heavy game without a ton of harass. We saw Roof basically attempt for a very strong DieStar. You are so bad. I don't understand. How did you fail first all in? That's obviously joking around a little bit with that winky face there. Yeah, Roof more or less alled in at the beginning, and DieStar wasn't able to capitalize and take him out after that, unfortunately. I don't know. I think DieStar may have played a little too passively after that initial push from Roof and not moving out on him. The other big thing, too, is that DieStar knew about Roof's third, but didn't move to take it out, and that is something else that is shocking to me. I think something that we could have seen a little more from DieStar was probably some drop harass. DieStar actually checking the edge of his base right now, and again, when it comes to that timing stuff, around 1:30 game time on Metalopolis is when you want to scout the edge of your base to see if there's an Overlord against a Zerg opponent. So there you go, a little bit more intel for you. But anyways, yeah, DieStar, I felt like he should have pushed out last game after, and at the very least, he should have tried to make a move on that third, but he didn't. He was too focused on kind of working up his army and working up his econ and upgrades and everything like that. And Roof, managed to get himself back in the game, so kudos to Roof. An excellent show, especially after not killing DieStar in that first initial big push. Because make no questions about it. There was definitely Roof invested a lot into that initial push and didn't do as much damage as he really should have to have made it worthwhile. That could have definitely been a lot worse off for him. But anyways, that's enough of that. DieStar now done with his first racks. We are going to see a same type of oh, never mind, I missed that. Refinery is here for DieStar, so DieStar is opening up a little bit different this game. He is not going for that 1 racks expand build. A little more difficult to pull that off on this map anyways, so I don't blame DieStar for not going for that, not trying for that at least. SCV Scout making its way now in that cross-positional location. Will be scouting out Roof again. He does. Why, you might say, why isn't he scouting up here? Well, he checked and he saw the lack of an Overlord scout when he scouted with his SCV, so that leads him to assume that DieStar's in that cross-positional location. And again, as we can see, that is where he is. And then you may say, Force, how does he not know that he's down here? Well, cross-positional spawn locations are not possible on this map, and that's why he didn't even bother checking. Several variations of these maps, these things are just don't happen. He's actually moving out with this Marine, trying to catch an Overlord that might have possibly been moving in this direction, but as we can see, upon realizing that DieStar wasn't here, Roof decided to take the center of the map with his Overlord instead, and unfortunately those Marines are not going to be able to catch anything, so there you go, just kind of dancing around, but not a whole lot going to come of that. Now DieStar will be opening up here with some Hellion harass as he gets that reactor prepared for that factory, so it will still be a pretty quick expand build here from DieStar, but not exactly as quick as we saw last game. Instead going Hellion really early on to allow him to try to get some map control. Those Hellions are beautiful in this matchup up until Metabolic Boost comes in play, and even with Metabolic Boost in play, those Hellions are still effective. You need Metabolic Boost and a pretty decent number of Zerglings to be able to take map control back from 2 to 4 Hellions early on. So DieStar will have map control, at least for these early stages of the game. And there it is, secondary SCV Scout, once more checking for Baneling's Nest, Lair, and or Roach Warren. He wants to know if there's any push here coming from Roof, especially given the fact that Roof did kind of all in last game. But again, I feel weird calling it an all-in because it clearly wasn't, because he failed it and still won the game. So there you go. DieStar's got his first 2 Hellions in play, 2 more in production. Be grabbing those El Naga towers, first checking that one for some Zerglings, and then moving on down from that point forward. 1 Marine moving to the center of the tower. He wants to take control of that for now. And Hellions will actually be checking that 3rd expansion. Again, wants to know if Roof is deciding to go for an Expo or if he's going to be trying a similar type build that we saw last game. Seeing neither at the moment, though. No additional tech coming from him and just droning up. Actually getting a couple Zerglings, but there it is. 4 more drones popping up and also getting a couple Spines. So Roof will just be relying right now on his Queens, a few Zerglings, and some Spine Crawlers to deal with this Hellion harass. Oh, man, to drop that Creep Tumor. That's unfortunate there for Roof, most certainly. Now let's take a look over here. What does DieStar got planned? Well, it looks like it will be a transition into Marine Tank. Ooh, there's a reactor coming down over there, actually. Might be going a Hellion Marine push. That could very well be what it is. We got Stimpak coming out. Now that expansion is ready to drop, and actually he should be dropping a Mule right now. Take advantage of that extra energy. Hopefully we see him do that. Hellion's trying to dance around, but with 3 Queens down here and 2 Spines, 4 Hellions don't stand much of a chance. Again, let's keep an eye, though, on that starport and that factory. Once both of these things finish, let's see what he ends up deciding to go with that. Is moving down with his expansion at the moment. A couple of Marines down there to protect. Hellions making their way back home. Again, realizing all those Queens plus those 2 Spines is something that he cannot break. Zergling Scout moving out. We've got a Baneling Nest coming on through, as well as a layer here for Roof, but Roof is still on 2 bases. Now keep in mind, the longer he delays his third, the further he's going to start to fall behind DieStar. DieStar certainly hasn't won this thing yet, though, so don't want to make any preemptive judgments there. This early layer tech with that Baneling Nest, we'll be interested to see what Roof decides to do. He's got a decent, oh, more Speedlings. He's prepared for a push. He's getting ready to do some damage very soon, as he's starting to mass up those Speedling numbers. Got 12 about to pop, 25 already in play. That is a very solid amount of Speedlings. Probably also preparing to defend against a push. Now we do have Stimpak finished here, and those double medevacs. So let's see what DieStar does with this. If he's going to move out with his likely plan, drop the Hellions. Now repaired, moving across the map, trying to maintain map control. A couple Speedlings will be scouting out, and they will be able to see this 3rd expansion at the 2nd base here. I don't know why I called it a 3rd expansion. We'll be able to see this first natural, or his 2nd base that DieStar has got, and there it is. The scouting intel did get done. Here comes the second expansion here for Roof, and DieStar also moving out with his planned aggression right now. He's got 2 medevacs pretty much filled with Marines, and those 4 Hellions making their way across the map. And again, with map control, Roof is not aware of this push yet. He is going to spot it with those Overlords, though, as the medevacs attempt to drop. Very beautiful positioning here, allowing him to spot any drops once they do move in, and there it is. Overlord spots DieStar as he moves down here with this Marine and Hellion drop. And again, keep in mind, there are a lot of Speedlings. 22 more Speedlings coming out, in fact. Also a Spire coming out, plus a Macro Hatch. Roof should be okay. Let's see how this engagement goes. Stimmed up Marines pushing forward. He's not waiting for those Banelings to finish. Trying to get us around with those Zerglings on the backside. The Hellions plus Marines, though, tearing through it. A couple Banelings popping down. Roof is not engaging the way I feel like he should be. Finally forced to lift up as those Banelings go down. He sacrificed a lot there. In fact, ended up losing a Queen. Let's take a look at the resources lost. Oh, that's tough for Roof. DieStar did a lot of damage there without taking too many losses. DieStar is also prepared to move into his 3rd base here as he's finishing up this 2nd command center. Got a couple more racks coming out. DieStar will be sticking bio heavy here. Also coming out with that siege tech. That was a very effective drop by DieStar, though. I'm a little bit concerned for Roof. He's going to have to start to tilt the scales back in his favor if he wants to get back in this game. Marine Hellion push prepared to move on to that 3rd. And let's see what happens. Banelings moving forward, taking out 1 Hellion. And a bunch of Speedlings and Banelings down there prepared to engage. Marine stimming up. Doesn't have enough, though. Will be forced to lift off. Didn't really do much damage at all. Ooh, dropped the Queen, though. That's unfortunate. How many Queens we got in play? Still have 3 in play, though. So actually, you know, Roof should be fine. Should be just transferring over one of those Queens, and he should be all set, good to go. Speedlings moving down, gets around here on these Marines. DieStar get a little overwhelmed here, and the Mute is moving down as well. Able to take out the last of these medevacs, and there it is. 3rd base coming out here for DieStar. Will he be able to defend, though? He knows the mutas are in play, and he's going to have to start to spread thin with his forces. As it is, only has 26 Marines in play. A couple turrets going to help him tremendously. Those are not finished building, but the Marines coming down as a buffer should buy them enough time to get up, and there it is. All of a sudden, Roof's mutas are not threatening. The only thing he's really concerned about right now, I'm assuming, is going to be this 3rd. He will be coming out there planetary and likely 1 or 2 turrets over there to try to defend against that muta harass. But all of a sudden, those mutas, which for a brief window looked very scary, all of a sudden it's really not much of a concern until those muta numbers start to get a little bit higher. We're looking at around 12 plus. You know, these turrets are actually more than enough, in all honesty, plus some Marine backup. So there you go. Actually, Army moving down here as DieStar prepares to defend this expansion and get up some turrets. Scouting Zergling will be scouting this out. Yeah, he will be moving right over there, so he will know about this expansion. There it is. All of a sudden, Roof knows that DieStar has taken a 3rd. Couple of Zerglings and Banelings over here. A couple of Oh, never mind. There's none over there. I expected a few over at each of his bases just to defend against drops, but that is not happening. The bulk of his army is where, actually? I don't even, he doesn't really have too many. Yeah, he just does not have a ton of speedlings and banelings, but he just did have a bunch pop. So now sitting on 36, and Muta's trying to move in, do a little damage. Dropped a mule. Stemmed up Marines, though, starting to shred through them, forcing them to pull back at the moment. And that's about that. Not a whole heck of a lot of action, and it looks like we're going to be sitting in a little bit of a stalemate momentarily, as neither player really looks prepared for much of a push. DieStar could try to move out against that third. Ooh, Roof coming out 2 more bases. Roof will be sitting on 5 bases once this does finish, and that's going to get really, really scary. He might be a little greedy taking this last base. We'll have to see whether or not DieStar tries to punish him for that. Again, I would really like to see some drop harass here from DieStar. Don't know if he is going to do it, though. He's got nothing in the works at the moment. And Muta's getting ready to move up in the main, and then there it is. All of a sudden, these numbers are a little scary as he sits at 18. He can work through those turrets very quickly, doing some damage here to this rack. Sitting in Stim Marine fire, though. We just went from 18 to 13 Mutas. That was not worth it at all, as all he managed to do was drop a turret and do a little bit of damage to this rack. Ooh, Roof. Major, major issue there. He took hefty losses to those stimmed up Marines. Yeah, I mean, he lost, what was that, 5 Mutalisks? That's 500 SP and 500 minerals. That is a hefty loss for taking out 1 turret, and certainly not worth it at all. So Roof still quite a bit behind. DieStar again. Really want to see him add to this advantage by doing some more damage. Again, not so certain that a push is going to be the best thing to do at the moment, but if nothing else, some drop harass could be very, very effective if he tries to hit any of those outlying expansions. He does not even know about these, though. Muta's preparing to move on up over here, and they're walking actually right by that sensor tower. Ooh, and that alone is forcing DieStar back. That was beautiful there by Roof. As we saw DieStar attempt to push out, look at that. DieStar's entire army is now moving back just to deal with those few Mutas. Now those Mutas move back, and Roof just bought himself a ton of time. And with that, he'll be getting that pathogen gland research finished, coming out with a few infestors, and working his way up into 2-2 upgrades. Weapons level 2 for his air units also coming out. DieStar decided he's had enough of sitting at home, just coming out with some more turrets, and then we'll be finally pushing out here with his forces. First and foremost, and moving out with some Marines to try to get control of that tower, and then he's going to, upon denying that vision there from Roof, push forward with the rest of his army, and there it goes. Muta's moving out and getting ready to converge. He needs to be careful, though. He's about to walk into some Thor fire. There it is. His Mutas are a little bit spread out. Oh, did he lose it? He didn't end up losing anything. There you go. That's perfect. There's the scan, dropping some creep tumors. DieStar getting ready to push out. It's going to be very, very strong. We got lots of Banelings coming out. Ultra Den coming out as well. Ultra Cavern. Zerglings, 60 of them in just 1 moment. Stimmed up Marines will be dropping this expansion. There's really nothing that Roof can do against that. It's going to be trying to push here. Here it is. Speedlings and Banelings moving forward. Doing a bit of damage to those tank lines. We still got some more Speedlings moving up. Muta's moving down as the Marine numbers are pretty low right now. Marines on the high grounds threatening to those Mutas, but the Muta's able to snipe down most of the rest of those tanks. DieStar will respond, though. He's already taken out 1 base, and he's got another one that's about to drop. Those stimmed up Marines sniping down this expansion as well. Roof taking more and more losses. Roof is still once again significantly behind here. Oh, that is scary. That is scary indeed. DieStar dropping those 2 expansions. Roof needs to do something. He's hurting at the moment quite a bit. A little concerned here for our buddy Roof. Let's see what he ends up doing. Now we've got 4 Ultras about to pop. Also that Adrenal Gland. Again, those cracklings coming out so early in the game. I guess it's not that early. We're 19 minutes in, but still, he's just having a ton of upgrades pop, and this could be his moment to shine here. If he's going to plan to do any sort of counter-aggression, he's got to do it soon, because losing those 2 expansions, devastating for Roof. Certainly, no questions asked about that. That really, really hurt him quite a bit. So he is going to need to respond at some point. There's a drop in the main, taking out the spawning pool. That is scary. Muta's able to mop that up, but he dropped that spawning pool like it was hot. That was ridiculous. DieStar just tearing apart Roof right now, systematically hitting him from one angle then another. Dropping a scan at the center of the map, taking out some creep tumors. Roof needs to do something. He needs a response because he is hurting very badly right now. Tank line fairly spread. Concerned though, because we have got some massive Ultras in play and some solid upgrades as well. And here comes the push from Roof, trying to overwhelm DieStar. Oh, he's got to do it! Speedlings and Ultras overwhelming DieStar's forces. We got a few mutas in the mix as well. That's, oh no, the Marines shredding through. What is going on? That is ridiculous. Those Marines just shredding through. Those Ultras, 2 Ultras still out though. They're gonna push on up. I really thought Roof had that engagement. Roof again is just hurting so bad. This Ultra is done. There's nothing that he can do. Gets taken out, and there you go. DieStar in a very solid position right now. He's doing an excellent job this game. Roof trying to re-up his forces right now. It's coming out with 27 drones, so droning up so hard. And here comes a push from DieStar. DieStar's push. This could be the nail in the coffin here. A little bit worried for Roof. Let's see what happens. Stemmed up Marines moving forward. DieStar getting ready to continue to push. And, oh my gosh, this is so intense right now. Roof, I really thought he had that engagement. It seemed so close. There were so many Marines sitting under those medevacs. I just missed the fact that there were stemmed up Marines just tearing through his forces. DieStar preparing for another expansion. He's building a command center over here by this planetary. And Roof, again, trying to stay in this game. 60 Zerglings, a few Infestors. He's got a couple Ultras down here. He's going to have actually most of those out, I think, before this push makes it over. We got medevacs leading the way, but that certainly doesn't do much damage. Here's some stemmed up bio. Here's a scan coming. At least I expect one. What is he doing? Just moving forward with some Infestors. And Roof trying to catch up. Yeah, he's trying to catch up bio a little bit out of position. There's the scan finally. As DieStar gets ready to drop some of those tumors. And we do have some nice saturation over here as there was a heavy droning period from Roof. So Roof was able to drone up. And, you know, he's got all these Speedlings and Ultras here. He's certainly not out of the game yet. He's just about near cap. And they're actually about even in terms of army supply. And I want to take a look at the upgrades here. We got 2-3 for DieStar and 0-1 for his mech. What's going on over here for Roof? Roof is 2-2. Weapons level 3 just about finished. And I don't think he even has. No, he's got no more air at the moment. So just sticking Speedling and Ultra. And a few Infestors too. No more Banelings either. Here comes a push right now from DieStar. DieStar getting ready to move forward, setting up his tank line, scanning down, and here it is. Roof throwing everything he's got. Speedlings, Ultras, Infestors moving down. Bio trying to do what they can. We got a defense spread, but some nice fungal growths going down. It does not matter. DieStar looks like he might have enough. Another fungal growth goes down. We got some more reinforcements coming out. There it is. Roof calls the GG. And now we are tied up, my friends. All right, guys, there it is. Game number 2 here, going to DieStar. So right now we are tied up in the series between DieStar and Roof. We'll be moving on to the 3rd and final game in just one moment. As always, if you like the content, please subscribe. Thank you for watching. Keep watching and keep owning.